Hello, everyone. Hello. Huge. It's the Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. Uncooked. Raw. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming in. This is the last day of the year. We've done 199 of these days, plus 50 something at night. We're going to do these shows. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, can you hear me? Claire, Scott, Lilith is here. Claire is here. Can you hear me? John Van Dam is here. Who else is here? We're all here. Well, we're not all here, but we're going to be all here. I hope we're all here. It's New Year's. It's New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve. I'm too old. I don't have any plans for New Year's Eve. Keith Bexley is here. These are all. I think we're all old friends. I'm pretending to be friends of yours. I'm too big a star to be your friend. But then again, I'm thinking to myself, what have I been doing all these 199 shows? Has been a lot of bad, not even shows, streams. Lucy said that they're not streams because she thinks that sounds kind of yucky. I think that's what it means. Okay, I should stop shouting. Maybe I'll lower the microphone. Is that better? I'm trying to be a little bit more enthusiastic. I can't hear out of this ear now. I've got to go to the doctor and have it checked out. Maybe I need a whatchamacallit, a hearing aid. Maybe I need a hearing aid. Maybe that's what it is. You get old, you need a hearing aid. Raise your hand if you need a hearing aid. What? Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy New Year. I am very excited that this is the last show of the year. Tomorrow, I don't know. I don't think we're going to do a show tomorrow, or maybe we will late at night. I don't know. I don't know. My problem is I don't know what I have to say. Joe is here. Beautiful Joe is here. Beautiful Alex is here. Birdseye, well, always good to see you. Lobotomy. That's one of my favorite songs by the whatchamacallits, by the Ramones. Lobotomy. Okay, I have a hearing aid for my left ear. So this is my left ear, or is this my right ear? I don't know whether you could tell. It's not backwards because we can see Lewis Schaffer. Make sure we go on Twitter. Hello, Claire. It's going to be a happy new year. I think it's going to be an amazing year. I actually don't believe that, but I mean, you got to be optimistic, right? I get tension headaches and it hurts behind my ear. Well, that's not good, a tension headache. Are you sure it's a tension headache? Well, it could be a tension headache. It's better it's a tension headache than them diagnose you with measles or mumps or some other disease. I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about catching any of those things. I'm worried about maybe having a stroke because my blood pressure has been consistently high, and I'm told I'm gonna teenage lobotomy. I think that's a mixture of songs. Is that a mixture of songs? Teenage lobotomy, Claire. Paul Cox is emulating you by having the same rack you use to display your name. Go for it. Let it be a memory, and then later on, I don't care. But thank you very much, MC Scott, for pointing that out. He uses it on his YouTube set. Been itching to mention it to you. Okay. Well, he's smart for doing it. What do you think? How do you think I came up with it? I must have seen it from somebody. Lots of people have this thing. It's a cheat. I mean, maybe he'll be successful with it. Maybe he will do what Lewis Schaffer could not do, which is to be successful at this. I don't know. Have I been successful? I mean, has this been successful? It's hard to say whether we've been successful. Whether I'm including you. Has this stream been successful? We got 27 people watching it. I don't know. Is that a lot or is that a little? I mean, it hasn't disappeared. You all haven't said goodbye, so you're all here. I shouldn't even mention it. But you're talking to Lilith. Who's saying, what are you saying? Yeah, teenage lobotomy. Yeah. I forget. Listen, who remembers? What you were saying something to Lilith. Lilith, can we pretend it's going to be a happy new year? Yes, we can. And we can all talk about how we're going to make it a happy new year. What are we going to do to make it a happy new year? I've realized I'm putting on a pair of shoes right now because I found these shoes yesterday. Can you see these shoes? Can you see how beautiful they are? Can everyone see how beautiful they are? Can you see that it's leather on the bottom? Can you see the brand? You probably can't see the brand. What does the brand say? Can you see it? Reese, Reese, Reese. How expensive are these shoes? And I found them in the street. And they're so comfortable. They're tan, suede shoes. How do you clean? Maybe we could talk a little bit about that. How do you clean shoes like this? I was thinking, oh, I'll try to sell them. And then I realized, wow, I love these shoes. I mean, I've been selling so much stuff. I've been finding so much stuff and selling so much stuff. So what Lilith is, it's gonna be a happy show. Almost 200, says Lewis. That must be successful. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's successful for us. We have about 50 people who are watching this thing relentlessly, I would say. Lilith lives on a farm with guns. Maybe my new year will be okay. Yes, we were just talking about guns, Lilith. We need guns. We've been following the situation in Iran, and they don't have guns. And they don't have guns, but the police state has guns. Steam or foam for suede, says Carrie B. Good to see you again, Carrie B. Steam or foam. How do you do the steam? I don't have a steamer. And then what do you use on it? What do you use on it? Just like a cotton thing? It's the last day of the year, and we've been wearing shoes that we found on the street. Is this rock bottom? Well, if they were cheap shoes, it would be rock bottom. But these are Reese shoes. Can you see the shoes? You probably can't see the shoes. Can you see the shoes? Look at how great those shoes look. Look at how absolutely great the shoes look. Is it rock bottom? I have a long way to go. A long way to go. I've got lots of blessings in my life, as we would say. You are a blessing in my life. You, Janice, is a blessing. Lilith, how utterly cool is that? What is utterly cool? Having a gun. That is really cool. We all need guns, but they took away our guns and they told us, oh, it's for our own benefit. It's for everyone's benefit. But then when they act up with their police stateism, we need guns. I wish I had a gun. Is it against the law for me to say we need guns? They're actually really nice shoes, but they look like they could use it clean. Exactly, they could use it clean. I found 4 pairs of shoes. 4 pairs. I mean, there were lots of other pairs, but I didn't think that they were good enough quality for me to either use myself or to have. I only took 4 pairs. And then someone came and took the rest of the shoes. I have riding boots that they last forever. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, it's a very cool look, Lilith. You're up there in the in like Norfolk area, are you not? Take them to Timpson's and get them resold. They don't need to be resold. What do they look like they need to be resold? They don't need to be resold. How much does it cost to resole a pair of shoes at Timpson's? Can I look that up? Or do you want to tell me how much it costs? Because I think it's probably going to cost 35 or 50 pounds to have a pair of shoes resold. Can someone post the link to Lewis's online tat bazaar? I'll post it right now. That's exactly right. It's, I don't know where I can post it, but it's on it's called Nunhead Man on Vinted. See if you can find it. I've got like 30 items. I've sold a few of them. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Lewis Schaffer suede cleaner on Amazon called Glow Point. Okay, let me look at that thing. Glow point on Amazon. I'm writing that down, Carrie B. I'm writing that down. Low point on Amazon. And I'm going to write that down. I'm writing that down. Low point on Amazon, suede cleaner. Okay, this is very good. Are we selling shoes? I have a couple. I've got a couple of pairs of shoes up there for me. 10, 12 to 20 the last time I had some cowboy boots done. I don't believe that. I don't believe it costs £20 to get your shoes. Let's go look. I'm gonna have to Google this, Hugh. Okay, let's Google this here. Let's Google this. How much to resole shoes at Simpson's? Leather. Okay, I'm going to look and we'll find out what it is. Okay, can you see? Shoe repair near me. Resoling of shoes at Simpson's generally varies by shoe type, but expect to pay roughly for standard heel repairs. Full resole is £40 to £50. At Simpson's, okay. Maybe there's a cheaper place than that. I mean, shoe repair places used to be everywhere in the world. Now there's only one company that repairs shoes. £40 to £100 of full leather soles. £40 to £100, basically. So it's a lot of money. Lots of money. He should have a foot fetish sale. I'm not big into feet. I'm not a foot man. I'm not a foot man. I mean, you get older. You want whatever. You want the Vinted is great for selling stuff, says Alex. It seems to be. It seems to be really good for selling stuff. I sent socks with holes, and they sent me mad pics. Is that true? I send socks with holes, and they send you man pics. Yeah. I mean, just the idea, anything with girls. Men love girls. I love you, Lilith. Men, I love you, Carrie B. Men love girls. I pay £25 to have your things resold. I mean, it doesn't need to be done. It's just dirty, the shoes, but it could be. Can you see the shoes? Can I show you the shoes? How just brilliant the shoes are. How brilliant the shoes are. Whoa. Ay. We're having chaos over here. We're having chaos. Anyway, let's put this back down here. Let's put that there. Okay, so Jedster is here. So he paid £25 to have it. So it doesn't need to be resold. It just needs to be cleaned. How much is that low point thing? How much is the low point thing? It reminds me of a song from Neil, by Neil from the Young Ones, Hole in My Shoe. I don't know. Fortunately, I don't need to resole my ankle cowboy boots yet. That's what MC Scott. I mean, I don't buy shoes. I don't go to the shop and buy shoes. I go to charity shops. I have all my shoes from charity shops, and even shoes I find in the street. And I'm a very good size. I'm not a very good size. I'm a 45, 46 shoe. So it's quite common. It's quite common. Living Doll was good too. We're talking about songs. You look like a cowboy, Lewis. You're a Mercian, or American. You're American. You're becoming a cowboy. Well, I'm wearing this. This shirt is Italian, and it's very old, and it's a really good condition. It's really good condition. I don't know. I act like I don't care anymore. I'm like an old guy, you know. People are always talking. Let's go to the shop and buy something. I go. I can't buy anything. What do I need any? Maybe I'm doing my death march right now. Those shoes would be perfect for a new career selling phones at Car Phone Warehouse. Maybe it would be. They're the kind of shoes that, yeah, could be. They're Reese shoes. They're expensive shoes. It's $9.99. It comes with a brush. Okay, I could probably do that. Lud is here. And Andrew Rubin is here. So yeah, and look at this, and Joodles shows her face. I'm not going to ask if Joodles is here again. I'm not going to because she knows my feelings for her. She knows that, and we have to keep cool. You gotta keep cool around girls, otherwise they just think you're a loser. That's the thing about women are really sensitive to you being to us being losers. So I've got that, and I'll show you some other stuff that I've got. I'll show you other stuff that I got. Look what else I found. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. I found this. I found this in the street. Someone was throwing this out. Look at this thing. Can you see what this thing is? It's a cake plate. Anybody know about cake plates, Lilith, or Carrie B, or Joodles? Do you know about cake plates? It's a cake plate made by Paper Chase. Can you see that? Paper Chase. Can you see that? I don't know that you can see that. Paper Chase. I found this in the street. It's beautiful. I'll show you what else I found. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Look what I found today. Look what I found today. What are these things? I think these are IKEA ones. I don't know how much these things cost. How much do you think these things cost? How do I get this on? This is not going on. Can you see this? Can you see these are jug glasses or whatever? These are jug glasses. Someone's throwing them out over on East Dulwich Road. Can you see that? How much is that worth? Yeah, so there we go. Is it called the Lazy Jane, or is it a tea cake thing? I buy some cheap clothes for work, says Vatanai. Vatanai's here from a site called Chums. It sells stuff for fat old gits like me. I was 24 once, and suddenly I'm 64. Listen to me, Vatanai. You're a young man. You're 5 years younger than I am. I'm approaching my 69th birthday. But look at how great I look. I'm alive. So you can be alive too. No more saying I'm old, 64. Get to be thin. Get to be thin. I woke up this morning. Guess how much I weighed this morning? Anybody want to write down how much I weighed this morning? How much I weighed this morning? Carrie B says, I used to have a tea shop in Greenwich. What do you call this? What do you call this, Carrie B? What do you call that? Can you see how pretty that is? It's in good condition too. I put it up. I put it on Vinted. Relatively cheap. Yeah, carbs. Yeah, Mr. Cuff is right. No carbs. I suddenly have to leave as soon as the food came out. Yeah, I love food more than anybody. The most important thing is undereat, and then and then the next step is to eat low carb, undereat and eat low carb. Where Lewis lives, people plonk stuff they don't want on walls outside their homes. New Cross, they do it too. Do they do it in New Cross? Oh my God. Oh my God. Claire is unbelievable. Claire guessed it right. That's exactly right. 77.2 kilograms. How beautiful is that number? How beautiful is that? Look at how thin I am. Look at how thin. Of course, my skin is falling off my body, but it's there. If I miss any of your comments and you think it's an important comment, it's not that important. You know it's not that important. But if you want me to read it, write it down again for the second time. That's the most important thing. But Carrie B is right. People just throw stuff out. Here's something else. I live near a golf course. And every time I walk past and I find golf balls. Can you see? That's a ping pong ball. Can you see the golf balls? Does anybody want golf balls? I'll put it up. Send a message here and I'll put it up. How much did you pay for golf balls? And these are like real golf balls. This one is a Bridgestone golf ball. This one is a Strixon. Strixon. I never heard of that brand. This is also a Strixon. I don't ever heard of that brand. I should have these cleaned more. And there's another one here. This looks smaller than the others. Why would it look smaller? But it looks smaller. It looks smaller the same here. People around here. It's not. It's you know what it is. It's then people move around. When you move around a lot, you got to get rid of stuff. And people. I mean, it takes effort to sell stuff. Can you sell the posher balls for $5 each? Ulrich, good to see you. Ulrich is here. Can you sell the posher balls for $5 each? No, I don't think. How much is a golf ball worth? How much is a golf ball worth? Let me go check and see how much a new golf ball is worth. I'm going to see how much a new golf ball is worth. How much is a golf ball new? Let's just see what it says. Best golf balls on Amazon. How much is a new golf ball? I'm looking at a new golf ball. No, they can't be that much money. Or maybe they are that much money. Titleist official golf balls. Hold on a second. Here we go. I'll let you guys come in here. A Titleist golf ball. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at the color of that. Look at how amazing that. Golf balls are so beautiful. I've never played. I played golf once or twice, but where is that here? How many golf balls are there? I bet there are some that are so expensive, but does it say how many golf balls you get? Is it one golf ball, or is it 52 pounds a golf ball? A dozen, 52 a dozen. So how much is that? That's $4 and a little bit. That's $4 a ball. Are you paying attention to this? It's $4 £4 a ball. 4 pounds. Some golf balls cost thousands if they are antique. Yes, okay, if they're antique. Well, these don't look like they're antique. I mean, this could be. This is a Titleist. I think that says Titleist. Does it say Titleist? Titleist. That's a Titleist. Can you see that? Golf is a walk ruin, says Lilith. Yes, who said that? Who said that golf is a walk ruin? I think that was Mark Twain. That was Mark Twain. I love Roy Keane. Where we go? I'm going back in time. It's pronounced title. Title. I thought it was pronounced Titleist. That paper chase stand sells for £9.99. Is that new? Is that the new price? Or is it... I love how you are so random, Lewis. It adds to your abundant charm. Thank you very much, Claire. I love how you're so complimentary to me. It doesn't even add. It's your abundant charm. You've got abundant charm, Claire. Who said that a golf is a walk ruined? I know Lilith just wrote it down, but I think it was Mark Twain. Wife outside the cafe, all kids out, 1 hour and 24 minutes. Happy in Laos. You're happy in Laos. You got kids. You got kids and a Laotian wife. What are they like? What can a British wife do to be like a Laotian wife and be loving? Are they loving, or are they horrible? Or are they horrible? I guess they're just like, you know. I remember on Antique Show that little toy metal cars, the Dinky series, were worth a fortune. That's true. That's true. I got to sell my baseball cards, but they're not worth a fortune anymore. My nephew gathers them at night, and he bought a Land Rover off the proceeds, Zelda Ulrich, for gathering golf balls. Yeah, you can make a living doing that. I've got 12 or 15 or something of them, and I think I need more to sell them. I mean, I think if I was a golfer and I was just messing around, I would use old golf balls before I use the best kind. But maybe you need to use the best kind in order to get good at golf. You can't just use crappy stuff. Lewis, always check with a photo of what you have in Google search. I did. It was very hard to find. It was very hard to find. Would you call this, Carrie B? Would you call it a cake stand? Would you call this a cake stand, or would you call it a? What would you call it? What is it called? Apparently, a yellow Weetabix truck was priceless. Yeah, yeah. I can imagine how some of these things, old stuff. It brings back fond memories. I found that new golf balls were a waste of money, Vatanai says. I bought balls that were picked up or rescued from water hazards. That's like this. I go along the side of the road or walk along the side of the road, and look for golf balls. I mean, I didn't pick them up in order to sell them. It was Claire's suggestion to go on Vinted, and I went on Vinted, and I think money can be made. I've made £100 on Vinted. I'm not saying I need the money. I don't need it. What do you think? Do you think Lewis Schaffer needs £100? Come on, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. I'm an internationally famous TV, film celebrity recently seen on GB News. I am loaded. I'm a Jew. I'm a Jew. Totally loaded. Totally loaded. So but £100 is it's just I don't care about the money. Lewis, all women are not horrible. You've just been unlucky. Thank you for saying that. All women, I've said this before, I know Judas is going to come in and start screaming if she's paying attention. I sell cards on eBay, football, basketball, Pokemon on eBay, period. You mean I sell cards on eBay, period. Capital F, football, comma, basketball, Pokemon cards. Alex says, yes, that's a good thing to do. All women they're capable of being horrible. They're capable of being horrible to me because I am horrible. I'm always surprised that women are horrible, but then I think to myself, why would they want to be with me? Why would they want to be with me? That's what I'm asking. Gnome comes in and says this to Andrew Rubin. I'm pretty sure he is horrible, but it rubs off on all the ladies he gets his hands on. Yes, they become horrible too. You're right. I cause it myself. I'm doing well on Vinted. I've sold £100, and the thing that makes it so amazing is to sell it. All you do is you put it in a bag. You don't even have to write the address on it. You go down there, you show them the app, and then they print out a label. It's brilliant. There's a basketball card that has the Menendez brothers in the background. Probably shouldn't have mentioned it in the stream. Parents, yes, we know that is. We're not going to do that. We can. I love talking about the latest case of Rob Reiner. I love that, but maybe we shouldn't talk about it. Where I live in Greenwich Millennium Village, they're always transit. They throw out so much, Carrie B. I have sold a lot of the clothes to people in the past. Kirching. Is kirching a word? I don't even know what does the word kirching mean? I'm going to look that up. I'm not even going to ask what kirching means. I'm going to look up the word because I should know everything. That's the thing about Lewis Schaffer. Kirching, word, meaning. Used to represent the sound. Kerching. 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 Exclamation used to imitate the sound of opening a close or closing a cash register. Kerching. Is that what you meant by that? Is that what you meant, kerching? Kerching. 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 I know what that is. Of course I know what that is, but I never saw it written that way. Okay, afternoon tea is normally served on that, Lewis. Savory sandwiches on one level and cakes on the other, says Andrew Rubin. Okay, we're learning about that. So it's an afternoon tea thing. Maybe I'll have to, I don't know if I've sold it. I'll have to check to see if I've sold it. Oh my God, tonight is New Year's Eve and we're talking about this. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to sell more and more stuff. More and more stuff. See if anybody see what people are offering for this stuff. Let me see. Let me see. What should I raise the price? I've got it down at £5.50. It's used. It's £5.50. Can you see? It's £5.50. Can you see? I don't know whether you can see that. £5.50. Paper chase, cake plates. Maybe it should be after. Should I change it to afternoon tea? I'll edit it. I'll say afternoon tea plates. Is that what it could be called? Kerching. Thank you, MJ Tiger Fang. Kerching money. Yes. I mean, it's a nice feeling. And I go out every day for a walk to pick up rubbish because I'm a great guy. So I just walk over to the shop across the way, and then I walk to the other shop across the way, and then I walk to the post office across the way, and then hopefully I'll have 10,000 steps in a day, and I'll be in. And look at how great I look. 77.2 kilograms. How much do you guys weigh? It's of a certain player, and they're in the background, sitting in the crowd. Are you sure? Was that added in, Mr. Cuff? Was that added? Keith is here. Keith More Than Conquers is here, saying yes to Joe. Lewis, you can easily make cake stands. You can easily make cake stands. What does that mean, easily? Do I want to make cake stands? I don't want to make cake stands. I've got my shoes on. I'm so happy. I'm really happy about today. Today I'm happy. Today I'm happy. I'm trying to sleep better. I haven't had that many. Let me write down paper cake, cake plates. I'm gonna write down afternoon tea. Afternoon tea. I'm writing it down here. Afternoon tea. Afternoon tea. Carrie B, it's a lovely feeling when you sell stuff you find on the street. It's really amazing. Or it's amazing when when you go, look at how amazing this is. It's from Reese. How much did you pay for it, Lewis? I found it in the street. I found it in the street. Yeah, I found it in the street. It feels so good. It feels so good. It feels good. You've got so much money that you can just buy stuff. That also feels good, but it feels better. It feels better to get something for nothing, doesn't it really? I'm available to you ladies for nothing. For nothing. Well, not really. Wee bottles of your bath water. It's good enough for Kim Kardashian. Yeah. Unfortunately, I stopped taking baths. Maybe I'd have to take a bath to do that. I bathe like once, I shower like once a week. I use soap on my hands and we're not talking about that because you're going to think that I'm gross. Call it the brand name. Reese. People will find it. I think I could get 30 or 40 pounds for these used, possibly. I weigh, Claire says, 49.3 kilograms, trying to get back to 50 kilograms. Skinny girls rock. They do rock. And you can be a fat girl and rock too. But let's all be skinny for the future. That's our New Year's resolution. I'm going to make my New Year's resolutions for all you ladies and for you men. Stop being fat. Be thin and beautiful. And you can do it. If you remember, a couple of days ago, I had like a binge. I had lasagna for 3 days in a row. Lasagna. And then I had a loaf of brioche. One of those I think I had 7 brioches in one day. And I woke up and I was 78.8. And I didn't get upset because I said, this is what happens when you eat. Don't put found in the street in your ad. Yeah, I won't put that in there. No. That's a good point. Thank you very much, Keith. That's the good advice. The point is, I was fat, and now 2 or 3 days later, I'm back to 77.2. We can all be thin again. Kermit is here. Kermit! Leather-soled shoes are made for shuffling up and down the carpeting halls of your mansion. Just don't do 12,000 steps outdoors in them. They will last a week. That is totally true. back in the day, you could have your shoes redone, and it cost you $10 or $15. I'm trying to remember what it cost me back in the day, but it wasn't a fortune. Now it's £50. It's £50, which is the price of a new pair of shoes almost. But that's right. I won't go out with leather shoes unless I'm going to to some office or something. Rich Roman women, I thought that's a guy's name, Vatanai, Richie Roman women used to take cloths to the games and get the gladiators to rub their sweat on them. They believed it was good for keeping the skin young. You could sell sweaty clothing, Vatanai. I do appreciate you thinking that, and the fact is, yeah, I think they found out that men and women having sex is good for the skin, and rubbing a guy's thing on women is good. Yes, I'm not very smelly anymore, Lewis. That saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Yes, it's true. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I'm walking down the street and I'm finding treasure everywhere I look. I go out at night, I'm always finding stuff. Lewis, no more carb binging, says Claire. She's right. Okay. She's right. Back in the day, glass pop bottles, if you could get them, 10 pence each bottle in those recycled containers. Do they still do those? Back in the day, MJ Tiger Fang says, back in the day, glass pop bottles, if you could find them, if you could get 10 pence each bottle in those recycled containers. I don't know. It doesn't. No, they should, because all day long I'm picking up aluminum and glass bottles. They should be a recycling price on them, because there's too much rubbish in the street. The animals that are coming into this country are throwing them on the street. Do not throw rubbish on the street. That's what makes us better. Maybe I can be thin. You can be thin. Beautiful. I would have to try really hard. Let me just tell you something, Keith. Being thin will lead to you being beautiful. There's something about it. Thin people feel beautiful. They are beautiful. Let's all be thin. My pap used to have equipment to do his own shoe repairs. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, but they did back in the day, because shoes were made out of leather. And there were like millions of shoe repair places everywhere. Now there's no. And then they were at every single, in New York, they were in every single dry cleaning place. I don't know if they are. Alfie Cap is here. Everyone, welcome Alfie Cap. Can we say hello to Alfie Cap? Hold on 1 second. Let's say hello to Alfie Cap. Don't go anywhere yet. And we're going to talk to Alfie Cap. Okay, we're doing really well. We got 33 people in the stream. That's brilliant. That's really brilliant. So Alfie Cap says this. I used to know a starving sculptor who almost furnished her flat in Poplar, that's a place, with stuff people in old parts of London checked out. Well, that's Lewis Schaffer. Everything I own is thrown out. This is a G-plan table. Can you see the thing over there? That's all stuff that I found. Look at all the picture frames over there. This thing was given to me by Angela. Everything. The computer was given to me by my son. Everything. Well, there's so much stuff in the world. So there you go. I'm with you on this thing. I wouldn't go out with leather shoes either. Who even is he? Who are we talking about? No, you can't. Yeah. They look good, leather shoes. They look good, but they rot easily. Lewis, my brother Tarzan walks around Telegraph Hill, etc., and is constantly finding treasure. Yeah, Telegraph Hill is the neighbor of Nunhead over here, and there's big houses, but I don't know if people started to take the entire house to themselves. But they were really big houses on Telegraph Hill. And so people had to throw stuff out and people find stuff. People in East Dulwich, Nunhead, Telegraph, Broccoli, Honor Oak Park, East Dulwich, Peckham, they throw stuff out. Maybe not Peckham, but they throw stuff out. My current weight is 125 kilograms. Lud, oh my God, that's so fat. My target weight is 130 kilograms. Come on, Lud. Believe in yourself. You can do it. You don't want to be. 125 is 250 pounds. How many stone is that? It's 10. It's almost 20 stone. That's almost 20 stone, Lud. Is that true, Lud? Come on, Lud. Come on. Let's the most important thing, the way we lose weight for the new year. The way we lose weight. Number one, we write down all the food that we eat. We eat less. Number two, we don't eat all night long. Number three, we don't eat carbs. Number four, we don't eat toxic foods like seed oils or fake butter. Okay? These are the rules. These are the rules. If you don't eat carbs, you can lose weight and you won't be as hungry. Having said that, I've had two oranges today. I've had an apple, 2 oranges, an apple, and some blueberries. I went out and they were all on sale, so I bought them. And I said, oh my God. My grandfather fixed his family's shoes, Carrie B. Most people did. And make and mend. Yeah, well, that's even, I don't think back in the day people, I mean, I have fixed shoes with Lou, but I mean, now I don't know of anybody, that's quite a skill to fix your own shoes. Telegraph Road, one of the best songs. Who wrote that song? Keith More Than Conquers. 14 pounds is a stone, so it's like about 18 stone, Lud. Don't be fat, be thin and beautiful. Let's be thin and beautiful. My goal is I want to go down to 75 kilograms. And then when I'm down to 75, I'm at 77. When I'm down at 75, I'm going to start exercising and my weight will go up, but I'll have more muscle and I'll be really good looking and you girls will all want to touch me. Ruben is here. Fireworks should now be banned. It's ridiculous. New Year's is midnight. Effing crazy here already. Poor pets. Well, where are you? In Sydney? That's why it's midnight in Sydney. Paul Yoward, my friend Paul Yoward. Everybody say hello to my friend Paul Yoward over here. I was 125 kilograms a couple of years ago, now down to 102. That's better. It is better, Paul. You're still fat. 102. I was 101 at my heaviest. I now weigh 77. So I have lost 24 kilograms. But it's good to see you, Paul. What are you doing? Where are you? But you answered the right question. Paul is about 50 years old, and he lives up by Banbury? Where do you live? Banbury? Alfie Cap, this is a repeat welcome, Lewis. This is now the alternative CVC channel. Yes, go to, if you want to buy something from Lewis Schaffer, just go to Nunhead Man on Vinted. Yes, it's like that. We're selling stuff that way. And you can own something from Lewis Schaffer. Dire Straits, Telegraph Road. Yes. I could see him. Didn't he live down here? Dire Straits, and what's his name, is one of my favorite singers, which I forgot his name. That's brilliant, Paul. Paul is an old friend of mine, I would say. Not super old. I think I've known you about 4 or 5 years. But it seems like I've known you a long time. We have all the talented women here following you, Lewis Schaffer Live. Smart women like me. And then they say, oh, you're a misogynist. I only hang out with smart, ballsy women. I only do. Telegraph Road is amazing, says Alan Williams. People don't do anything like that anymore, says Alan Williams. Telegraph Road. I'm going to write it down. And then I'm going to have to catch up with the chat. Telegraph. I can't play it because they'll get mad at me. Hey, everybody, we've been here. Make sure we like and subscribe. Let's like and subscribe. And maybe go to the, here, can we go to Lewis Schaffer on Twitter? Can we go to Discord? So we're here. Can we go to Ko-fi and maybe make a contribution to keep Lewis Schaffer alive? Don't let Bob Geldof know about it. Primrose Hill, I heard that, Paul Yao. People, they won't allow you to go climb on Primrose Hill because there are too many people there. That's the leftists. Too many people are enjoying it. It must be bad. That's what leftists believe. Too many people are enjoying it. Yeah, how do Lewis happy New Year, Paul. I'm still fat, but I'm 6'2", so thin enough. You know what? You could be thinner. You could be thinner, a little bit thinner. Thinner. Oh, look at this. Daryl is here. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to Daryl. Happy New Year to everybody. I'm going to write it down and forget about it. Ideal way. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay. Don't forget to get on Twitter so you know what's happening here. Okay? We're almost up. We're doing so well. I mean, it's a holiday stream. It's a holiday stream. I'm not going to be around tomorrow. Maybe I should be around tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a late stream tomorrow. Evening Post in Leeds claims Mark Knopfler, right? Because he worked there a little while. Southbound again is about him going from Leeds to London to do gigs. There was an open mic he used to do in Leeds. Do you know something? Can I just say this, Paul Yoward? He was an old man when he started to become famous. A proper old man. He was so talented too. So what does that say? 190 pounds to go and to see the fireworks. That's how much it costs. 190 pounds. Does it cost that much money? I'm a little bit reticent. I'll use that word reticent about seeing the fireworks, Claire, because it reminds me of the war that's coming. Look what's happening in Iran. We'll pray for Iran to throw off their Islamist religious dictators, and they are dictators. You will be doing a late show tonight, Lewis, to ring in the new year. Will I be? Or going out to celebrate, or taking things easy tonight. I'm going to be taking things easy tonight. I mean, I don't know. Are you all going to be home or something? I think you guys, you're like me. We get a bit older. You don't want to go out. Going out is for the young. Is for the young people. I don't know. We'll have to talk about it. Should we talk about it? Tiger Fang. I don't know. Should we do a show? Paul, 19 pounds. She comes. Why would it cost 190 pounds? Okay. They reported it earlier on GB News. What did they report? That it cost 190 pounds? Well, maybe it costs 190 pounds with a hotel room. You know, maybe that's the hotel and a meal special to see it. It's always that way, because when we used to put on shows in New York, we used to try to get a lot of money. It was like our day to make money, and then no one showed up. I did a show the last year I came. No, what was the year? 2000, going into 2000. Seeing fireworks is pretty boring unless metaphorical. Yes, unless it involves a beautiful, beautiful woman. It's definitely 190 pounds for what? 190 pounds to be at the Ritz, maybe. To be in the rooftop garden at the Ritz. Who knows tell us what it is exactly. Apparently, within the industry, Knopfler is not well liked. Even his bandmates, one of whom was his brother, don't praise him, and his attitude stinks, apparently. Okay, maybe that's true, Ruben, but I'm going to tell you something. You know, I could cry just thinking about those songs. In a tunnel of love. You could cry. So the guy had talent, and you could be a horrible person and have talent. I don't need to be nice, because I'm an internationally famous TV celebrity, and you're talking to Lewis Schaffer. Would you ever be able to talk to George Clooney? No. Would you ever be able to talk to Mark Knopfler? No. But you're talking to Lewis Schaffer, so you doesn't have to be nice. Take donations for a New Year's Eve show. If enough people pay, turn up. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. How much money should I request? You, Janice, 100 pounds, 200 pounds? Right now, we have, how many people do we have watching this stream? We have almost 40 people watching this stream. 40 people watching. So, what is the right? Tunnel of Love. It is. Romeo and Juliet. Incredible songs. Incredible. I've listened to those songs hundreds of times. 1 hour and 45 minutes into the new year here. To you, Lewis. Oh, yes, you are. Well, oh, yes, that's right. That's right. You're in there in Laos. Well, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. It's still a new year. It's a baby. If you were a baby, you'd be a total baby. Tickets for London New Year's fireworks typically cost between $20 and £55 per person, says Kermit. All tickets are sold out. Maybe touts are charging silly money. Where? Can't you see the fireworks? We used to go up to Dalton Heights, Dunstan's Heights, whatever the thing is called over there in East Dulwich, on top of the hill there. Knopfler's standards are very high, and the songs in concert were played note perfect. I can't think of a bad song on any album, says Paul Yoward. I agree. He was amazing. So I'll do a show at 11 o'clock tonight. I'll do a show at 11 o'clock if we get like contributions. Does that sound greedy of me? It's so unlikable. I'm not a likable person. Am I being unlikable? The most famous person I've ever spoke to was Princess Diana, God rest her soul, back in the 1980s, MJ Tiger Fang. Well, that's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Is there a fireworks show in Peckham? We're up on the hill. You could go up the hill and see the fireworks in London. What is the name of the big building in is it Dawson? It's not Dalston's Heights. Jesus Christ, £55 to watch a mini Sadak virtue signaling with gunpowder and magnesium in sub-zero temperatures. It's a good thing to do. It gets you out of the house. I went out of the house with my kid. We used to go, they wouldn't let us into the, you could go onto the top of the reservoir, and then they made it impossible to get in there. They made it impossible. Jesus Christ. So that's right, you, Janice. Do you guys, how many of you want a show? How many of you guys want a Christmas show? Okay. Well, people love Princess Diana. She was a breath of fresh air. But she was also, I felt bad for her too. I felt bad for her. She was married to an ugly guy. He was ugly, nothing person. He was ugly. Along the river here to Greenwich, there will be loads of fireworks. Yes, you could see it. And we're up on the hill in Peckham. You could look out over the hill down into the valley if you're on a tall building or whatever. Or you could go up One Tree Hill and you could see it up here. Imagine the view from Ant Towers. Should be good enough. I face the wrong direction. I've got a lovely view, but I face the wrong direction. And don't say that. You're taking bad thoughts from Joodles. Woo-woo. 11 o'clock New Year, says Paul Yoward. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Not you, but how much money? I don't know how to do this. Primrose Hill. They don't let anybody on Primrose Hill. But we have a hill here. There's a whole range of hills. Telegraph Hill, Nunhead Hill, One Tree Hill, Horniman Hill. There's a row of hills here. Carrie B knows that. GB News should have you for New Year's, Lewis. I guess maybe they should. They didn't call me. You know what it is? It's all right. Maybe they're mad at me. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize to GB News. What did I just do wrong this time? You were going to yell at me. I was just anticipating you yelling at me. And you yell at me all the time. You just yell at me. You yell at me. Okay, Lewis, remember when the boats on the Thames used to sound their horns? Used to be magic. I don't remember that. When was that? I didn't see that. Is that an old London tradition? Could be. Could be an old London tradition. I think it could be. Oh no, One Tree Hill may have Bono and the Edge there. Why would that be? Because it's the name of One Tree Hill is the name of a TV show. We are lucky to have you for New Year's. Thank you, Claire. See, Claire is a reminder of how I'm appreciated, and I do appreciate that. All those place names, London, England, sounds so cool, says Keith. It does sound cool. I think it was cooler back in the day. Maybe less cool now. I don't know, at least to me. At least to me. Ruben says, I once sang on stage with a backing band comprised of Rick Wakeman, Tony Iommi, Bev Bevan, and Roy Wood. That sounds absolutely amazing, Ruben. That sounds amazing. Rick Wakeman, Tony Iommi. He was in whatchamacallit. What is that band called? It was called Black Sabbath. Was he in Black Sabbath? Tony Iommi. The Joshua Tree. That's not the same thing as One Tree. Carrie B is in, Mr. Cuff is in Pembrokeshire. This is so good. We're talking about all over the country. It's not just in London. It's not just in London, which is practically not Britain anymore. It's a kind of Britain, but it's not Britain. Seriously, though, what did you do with GB News, Lewis? You keep hinting or something, but have you actually said anything? Have they said anything to you, or are they just catastrophing? Aren't you besties with Andrew Doyle still? Yes, I might be besties with him, or I'm good friends with him, or I'm friends with him, or friendly with him. I love Andrew Doyle, but the truth about Andrew Doyle is he's not in the country. He's in America. He's in Arizona doing his thing, number one. Number two, he's doing his thing. Number two, I called a guy fat. I got into a fight with Josh. I got a number of complaints from Ofcom for the things that I say. And I wrote a tweet that sounded like I was being mad at GB News, which I wasn't being. I was just being stupid. So that's what it is. Who knows? Who knows? You know what it is? It's like with girls. You know how you're with a girl, you decide, okay, I don't want to go out with her anymore. Well, she decides she doesn't want to go out with you, and she never tells you what the reason is. But, what are you supposed to do? Tell me exactly why you're not going out with me. A lot of times people don't want to tell you why they're not going out with you. GB News is under tremendous pressure because they've got what's his name working there? They've got Nigel Farage working there. They've gotten rid of a lot of people. A lot of people. And they're in the TV business, and the TV business is all about being nice. Yes, you do yell at me, Joodles, because I'm being a dick, a D. Can I use that word? I'm not even sure I can use that word. I call it Pembroke. Yes, because you get mad at me. You get mad at me, and you and Lucy and the Northern Irish girls, they're very strong. They're not like South England girls or even North England girls. They're ballsy girls, Joodles. That's what you are. Narberth, where's Narberth? GB News will probably do the global countdown fireworks displays in different countries. I saw Diana Spence back on there recently. Yes, yes. She was forced out unnecessarily, too. Unnecessarily. Somebody got on her nerves as well. John Van Dam is here. Hello, John Van Dam. I'm good at firework displays. I've got a real flair for it. That's a joke. I sense the joke there. Birdseye says that's GB News. Nothing but ghosting. It's the end because they want to be they're in the entertainment business, and that's what you do in the entertainment thing. You ghost people. You ghost. You don't have to give them a reason why you're not coming back. It just promotes an argument. So whatever the reason is, I accept it. I accept it, and I move it on. And because of this, we've done 299 days of this. This has been a savior. This has been a great experience. So thank you, GB News, for this. And thank you, people, for demanding that we go on this show. Thank you very much. You know what it is? It's like you think it's the end of the world, and it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. There's a new day coming. There's a new day. It's like I used to go to the library in East Dulwich every day, and I made friends with the ladies there, and I used to speak to the ladies. And there was one lady who said, "They're sending me to Peckham to work in the post office in the library in Peckham." And she was so upset. She said, "Lewis, would you write me a letter? Would you write a letter? Okay? Would you write a letter saying, please keep," I don't remember her name, but because I'm very impersonal. "Could you write a letter saying, don't send her. We love her here in the East Dulwich library." And I never did. And then I ran into her in the Peckham library, the big Peckham library down there. And she was so happy to be there. It was like a major, major change. A major, major change. Now, I'd still, this has made me appreciate GB News. And it's made me appreciate you people in doing this. Comedy was expanding at GB News in one time. It is sad they pulled back from that. I only missed a couple of headliners near the end. Yeah, well, it got a bit serious. Diane is named after Lady Di, including her middle name, Diane Spencer. Yeah, you got to be named after somebody. Is that true? Well, it might be true. My sister's canine companions are going to S themselves in a few hours. Dizzy runs and hides if you even pull a Christmas cracker. Yeah, they don't like it. Lots of dogs don't like it. They think it sounds like war. Rick Wakeman, lovely down-to-earth man, had a great laugh with him in the Greenwood between filming. Very dry sense of humor, says Ruben. Yeah. I mean, he's a great one. I don't think people even know who he is as much as they should, but he was a great one, an absolute great one, famous in America too. Believe it or not, Jeds, I have more patience than most people. If I'm yelling, something has to have gone astray, says Judas. Okay, maybe that's true. Maybe that's why I don't like to be yelled at, because you're right. You're right. Or sometimes you're wrong, but you are right. You're right. And how does Jed's reply? Jed's just says, that's precisely what I'm saying, Jed. I say bad things. I don't want you to be mad at me. I want you to love me. I want to love you. I want there to be love. I need love. Remember that song? Da da. I need love. Who sings that? That's Giorgio Moroder. And what's her name? I spent the summer on the Isle of Man when Liverpool Uni had a marine biology field station there on the Isle of Man. Here's a joke from Vatanai. I was at work and a guy came in coughing badly, he had a bad cough. And he told me he's coughed up a knight, a pawn, and a bishop. I think he had a chest infection. That's a well-written joke. It's probably an old joke, but it's a good joke. It's a good joke, Vatanai. My family went to the Isle of Man but I haven't been yet. I've been to the Isle of Man. Why have I been to the Isle of Man? Have I been to the Isle of Man? I don't think I have. I don't think I have. I was a place like the Isle of Man. That's interesting. I don't remember. If you do van life, would you go to Europe, Steve? Ludd is asking. Lots of people head down to Spain and Portugal for the winter. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing because it's nice and beautifully warm down there. But it's not super, super warm. Her mom loved Diana. Lady Di. That's nice. Diane Spencer. Beautiful, beautiful. Diane Spencer. Mr. Cuff says he wants to explore the UK. That's brilliant. Rick Wakeman of Yes, owner of a lonely heart, much better than a... Yes, that's a great song. I'm thinking of doing the same, Steve. Donna Summer, that's the song I was thinking about. I need love. She didn't want to do those songs after a while because she thought they were too dirty. I did not recognize the Donna Summer in your vocal stylings, but she is amazing in that. Ecstatic. Yes, Paul, she was amazing. Amazing. Isle of Man's brilliant, says Birdseye. You got the TT racing over on the Isle of Man, so it is brilliant. I think it is brilliant, the Isle of Man. It's got history and it's small and you could walk from one end to the other, I think. I also think there's a security risk in these crowded celebrations. Yes, yes. But there's always been a security risk in all of these celebrations. But yeah, you're right. You're right. I confess I saw somewhere yesterday. What did you see? Oh, you saw the joke somewhere else. The TT. What does the TT stand for? What does TT stand for, Mr. Cuff? Manx cats on the Isle of Man. Norman Wisdom lied. What is he from the Isle of Man, Norman Wisdom? Low crime in the Isle of Man. There's nowhere to run. Yeah, that's what people want. They want safety and security. Lewis, any chance of a version of Heaven Knows? Okay, which song is Heaven Knows? Heaven knows you're beautiful now. Now Mike Tyson has moved there. Has he moved there? What, for Carrie B? Was that for tax purposes? Could be for tax purposes, I think. Could be. The Tourist Trophy, says Paul Yoward. That's what the TT stands for. I didn't know that. Joodles, Birdseye from Northern Ireland. I don't know many more people who put sure at the end of the sentence. So we're going to find out. Is Birdseye from Northern Ireland? Rod Greenlaw. Is that how you pronounce it? I love paying for Charlie's leather shoes. Tourist Trophy. Charles leather shoes. Tourist Trophy. I don't know what you mean by that. I only found out recently that the exclamation Gordon Bennett came from the TT races. Tourist Trophy. Tourist Trophy. Selaire says it means time trials. So am I going to have to check to see what the real answer is? My brother and his neighbor, Marshall, at the time trials on the Isle of Man. Should I check that out to see what... I was going to the twin turbo, laugh out loud. Start your twin turbo engines. Joe says Donna Summer. Fantastic song. Donnie Lum. I used to, I tell you, when Blue Man Group did a version of that was like amazing. Blue Man Group. My friend says he's coming over to my park bench tonight. I got 2 bottles of White Lightning, but no fireworks. I might set a bit on fire at midnight to celebrate. Yeah, I still have a little bit of that chocolate liqueur thing. We'll drink that. I'll put some milk in it. A lot of people think it's time trial, but it's not. What does TT stand for, Isle of Man? I'm going to have to look it up. I'm sorry. I'm going to look it up. Here we go back over here. What does TT on the Isle of Man stand for? Okay, tourist trophy, according to Wikipedia, is a series that's run in public. What is it? What is the name? History. Does it say what the original name was? There was an original time trial. It was originally a time trial, and then they changed the name. I can't find out what the answer is. Okay, let's see what it says. Is the tourist trophy is the official name? It says tourist trophy here. Oh, sorry. You probably didn't see that. You didn't see it there. Twisty Tracks. And remember Bobby Bennett from Junior Showtime, Carrie B? No. When holiday members could enter the race. That's what it says there. Who knows what you can believe? It's in. You could fly from John Lennon Airport to Douglas. That's interesting. Paul Yoward. Is it still time trial? The name hasn't changed. Tourist Trophy is the name. Oldest and most dangerous race on the planet. Started for bikes. Well, that's not happy. That's the oldest and most dangerous. That means people are dying, I think. In 1904, the speed limit in the UK was set at 20 miles an hour, and some guy decided that cars would not progress because of this law. So he approached the IOM, who is self-governing, to have no speed limit. Okay, there you go. There you go. Yeah, that's true. They used to have a guy with a flag in front of the. You want to see more stuff that I found? More stuff. Jules Hootenanny is recorded August, September. Says Carrie B. Carrie B knows her stuff about this. Okay, there we go. Public roads over 37 plus 37 miles because they would not allow it on mainland UK. Because they wouldn't allow the race, says Rod. Rod Greenloch. They wouldn't allow the race. I could see that being a good reason. They do a cycle version and even trike. That's 3, right? One of the Cremaster cycle is set on the Isle of Man by Matthew Barney, an ex-husband of Bjork. Cremaster cycle is the most crazy film ever made. Cremaster cycle. I never even heard of this. Can I look this up? What does it say about Cremaster cycle? I'm learning so much from these things. Cremaster cycle. It's a film series. Oh, look at this. Series of 5 feature-length films. Is a series. Can you see this, everybody? Can you see what it says? Is a series of 5 feature-length films together with related sculptures, photographs, drawings created by American visual artist and filmmaker Matthew Barney. So was he married to Bjork? Let's see if there's more images. It's like art. It's like an art film. It's an art film. Okay. Jules Joining Jules is his rhythm and blues orchestra is Ronnie Wood. Ronnie Wood, that guy is so nice. I wish I could be Ronnie Wood. I wish I could be like Ronnie Wood. No enemies made, just friendly, really nice. So people just want him around. He's in the Rolling Stones. He's equally nice to Mick Jagger as he is to what's his name. I think he's amazing. He's amazing, Ronnie Wood. Let me see who else is on there according to Jules. Craig David, is he still around? Heather Small, I don't know her. The Kooks, Imelda May, Joe Webb, David Hermelin, Ruby Turner. I don't know who these people are. I only know of Ronnie Wood. That's who I know. And Craig David, he's old school. Jesse J. Who are these people? Who are these people? Matthew Barney was a pro-U.S. footballer, and the film is based on the football posts being like fallopian tubes. Interesting. If you think that, you could say that about rugby too, maybe, or whatever. Ronnie Wood is my favorite Rolling Stone. Yeah. I mean, you know who I loved? I loved Mick Taylor. Sorry. I mean, I didn't love him as a person, but he was all right. And the music was just so good. So good. And then he got into a fight with what's his name? Keith Richards. We want Freddie for our leader, Blood says. Jules, Hot and Annie Madness with Ian Drury. Also Madness with Prince. We're naming all these favorite songs. We're doing an amazing job. So are you going to be here if I do a show at, I mean, if we come on, if we do a show at 11, will you come on? I need to know. Will you come on? Will you each go to Kofi and buy Lewis a cup of blue? Because if you saw me, you'd buy me a drink. If you saw me, I'd probably buy you a drink too. If you gave me a kiss, I probably would. So could you do that for me? So we can be on at 11 till 12. 11 till 12. We'll be here, and then you can put the TV on and you can watch the news from around the world. Come back tonight. MC, so that's MC Scott is here. Who else is going to come on? Imelda May, Johnny's Got a Boom Boom. I don't know that song. Heather Small was M People, big voice. Okay, so she was a somebody too. Who would you rather be, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones? I'd rather be the Rolling Stones. They lasted a hell of a lot longer, and they had a hell of a lot more fun. I think, basically. I mean, Keith Richards. The fact that Keith Richards is still alive is amazing. Ruben is going to be there tonight. That's 2. I'll be with family that late, but I might pop by. Pop by for a minute. That's all you got to do. Pop by. That's 3. Keith of the Stones all day, every day. I mean, yeah. I mean, the question is, which Beatle would you want to be? Which Beatle would you want to be? I mean, people think they love the Rolling Stones, but they actually think the Beatles changed the world, as I do. Yes, yes, yes. Happy New Year. It can't get any worse. It's going to get better, Rod. We're going to have an amazing time. We're all going to be thin. We're going to be thin and beautiful in 2026. Raise your hand if you want to be thin and beautiful. We got to raise our hand. We've got to be thin. I'm going to lose 2 kilograms down to 75, and then I'm going to stop losing weight, and I'm going to try to build a bit of muscle. I need to brush my teeth, says Claire. What, because I don't brush my teeth? I don't brush my teeth. You don't need to brush. No animal has to brush their teeth to have clean teeth. Ringo. All the other names are boring. George Harrison. MJ Tiger fan would like to be George Harrison. I think he took life a bit too seriously, George Harrison. You know, he got really upset at those guys. He was like a kid. I don't know, Lewis. I may be busy with the sailors, the fleet said. Okay. And that's a good excuse to say, Lewis, I couldn't come down because I was with a sailor. But if you can be, you can be. Might start the roids for 2026. No, we're going to be healthy without it. Just go meat, all meat. You want to get muscles? I mean, I have a bit of muscle, but not enough muscles. Animals don't eat Oreo sandwiches and lamb samosa, Lewis. No, they don't. You're totally right about that. When have you ever seen me eat Oreos or lamb samosas? Joodles. It's a bit presumptuous to say that I do that. Thin leads to beauty, says Keith. Yes, it does. I did not know that till Lewis said so. Yes, it does. Thin leads to beauty. It leads to beauty. I had an Oreo sandwich tonight. So we'll see you tonight, everybody. We're gonna say we'll thank everybody, and we'll see you tonight at 11 for our special show. George did fund Life of Brian. Yeah, he did. He did. He made some good films, George Harrison, and he was better than, some of those films, were amazing, and the songs were amazing. Beatles, effing lefties. Set of, were they lefties? I don't know if they were lefties. It was a better time to be a left. Well, pardon me, you're totally right. John Lennon, that song, Imagine, horrible, horrible song. I used to love that song too, a great song, but it was horrible songs. Imagine it. How about Imagine? When have we ever seen you eat an Oreo ice creams? This is theater, Joodles, theater. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, and we'll see you tonight at 11 o'clock. So good night, Bird's Eye. Good night, Gnome Hunter. Carrie B, beautiful, beautiful Carrie B. Thank you. Let's pray for next year. Let's pray that this year is a great year. People have had good years. 2025 has been an all right year for me. It hasn't, but maybe I could say that it has. Okay, Mr. Cuff, thank you very much. Let's thank everybody. Let's thank who are the top people. Alien Invader. Well, I didn't see your name there, but, maybe your name was there. Ulrich was here. Good to see you. John Miller. Daryl. A round of applause for beautiful, beautiful Daryl. John Van Dam. Dolly Bannister, who is in Laos. Praise and prayer for Laos. Keith Bexley. Caroline Cooper. Ruben. I don't know whether there's some lag from like yesterday's show. Keith Morthen was here. Rod Greenlock. Lilith. Beautiful, beautiful Lilith. Hugh Janice. Warmelian. Cellair at Audax. It was a busy show today. It was a busy, busy, busy show. Alfie Cap. Andrew Rubin. Paul. My friend Paul Yoward. Thank you, Paul. Alex. Alan Williams. Everybody listen to Paul. Paul has his own live stream too. And I'm on it. Google what is the name? Write the name down below. Paul, for your live stream. I keep on forgetting to promote it. Anyway, Alan Williams, the Jedster, Bird's Eye, What and I at 11, very high up there. Gnome Hunter, Carrie B, MJ Tiger Fang. These are all people who are coming in tonight at 11 o'clock. But what I want you to do now is to go to Ko-fi, Ko-fi, and throw the stream a bone. So that as a whatever, I don't know. I think I'm begging for money. I shouldn't be begging for money. Joodles doesn't like when I do this. Lud. Joodles is number 4. Joe is number 2. Claire, this is the highest you've ever been, Claire, is number 2. Highest. And number 1, top fan, is Kermit. A round of applause for Kermit. If I haven't mentioned your name, okay, make sure you like the stream too. That's so important. Like the stream. It doesn't kill you to like the stream. Like the stream and go to Ko-fi, Ko-fi.com/Lewis Schaffer. So if I haven't mentioned your name, Alex, just say, hey, what about me? What am I, chopped liver? Am I chopped liver? No. I'm not. You're not chopped liver. You're beloved by Lewis Schaffer. This has been the most fun show that we've had. The most fun stream. And I thank you for being here. Thank you. Lower your carbs and you don't need to brush your teeth. I do not brush my teeth. I I don't brush my teeth because I don't have carbs. I don't have cavities are part of diabetes. Are part of a high sugar diet. Ruben, okay, so let's say don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me just see how many people have liked and subscribed. Let's just see what it says here. We have 32 people like and subscribe. That's so amazing. That's so amazing. It's a lot of amazing people. And let's see what our analytics are. Not that it matters. And let's just see. Oh my God, we've done really well. We got as high as 30, 39, almost 40. So we've really kept this stream is going so strong. Lud, thank you. If someone wants to throw me a bone too, White Lightning does it by itself. I'll throw you a bone. Throw Lewis Schaffer a bone first, and then we'll throw Lud a bone. Lud has been very generous with Lewis Schaffer, and I thank you very much. I thank you very much. And I'll come back. If you all send Lewis Schaffer a Ko-fi, Ko-fi, I will read out your name tonight. Tonight at the Christmas thing. We've kept this thing going. That we've done 200 shows. Well, not 200 shows. We've done over 250 shows this year. So thank you very, very, very much. Okay, we'll see you later, everybody. Anything else I need to say? This is like a weird ending to the show. I'm saying goodbye to you. I'll see you tonight at 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock. Goodbye. Goodbye. Write down if I haven't mentioned your name. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year.